Just don't worry, buddy. Seriously, though. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one, the only, the Azothan, and we're back with another game of Lordaeron, the Foremath. Last we left off, well, as I think my favorite YouTube comment said, Yusuf is playing very well, but Yusuf is also struggling. The good news in all of that is Yusuf is getting a slight bit better than Yusuf previously was. Yusuf is taking advantage of Yusuf, and Yusuf has the... Yusuf is definitely going to end up betraying Yusuf. So, last we left off, the Alliance team was absolutely mollywomping evil. There's no question about that. It's not looking good for Team Evil. So let's hop right back into it. Let's just jump into it, as Philip DeFranco would say, and slow the replay the hell down. Now, last we left off, Legion was getting their ever-living ass whooped. They'd already managed to get targeted down by Dalaran. Dalaran paid a bit of a price over here in the form of losing a hero or two to take down the permanently dead Dreadlords, however. And while that was going on, our Lich King player was assaulting Borealis. By the way, currently playing Warcraft, Battle for Azeroth, and I'm really digging the human quest side of things. I love that my character, who I've long been playing as a Kultirus Knight or Marine, is finally back in Kultirus. Kind of digging that. Now, Evil's been pushed back all the way into the Badlands, and the Alliance is currently grouped up here in Ironforge. Let's see what they managed to do with this. I'm guessing, let's see, continue winning would be my first guess. Alright, scrolling down, let's see. Dark Green's gonna want to head down south. Is there any aggression up north? No, actually, not a whole lot going on. Yellow might still have some units here. Just a couple of ships on the shores. Now this is the point where the Alliance needs to start breaking up. Evil is clearly doing poorly. They've had Teal leave a long time ago. Yeah, Teal left a while ago. It was really just the Dreadlord heroes that they managed to snipe down. The player left a bit ago. Alright, and it looks like the Alliance is calling for a sally forth into the Badlands. Blackrock Spire is going to be under assault if the undead don't do anything. And speaking of them, let's check in on Jim Jumbo. A very good player from what we've seen so far. He did lose Kel'Thuzad, unfortunately. And if I was the undead, well, I'm thinking probably a Sunwell drop. And with all 3 monster parts collected, Patchwork hears and obeys. Summoned forth. Noxramas, the Dread Citadel, is floating over Northrend now. And the Elvish blockades continue. I am just digging their use of the naval units as preventative measures. Borealis goes to the Scourge, which is fine. It's really, at the end of the day, only a couple of control points and some infrastructure. Oh, never mind. Yusuf, rather, Lordaeron is hiding some units over here in the corner. I wouldn't want that +5 strength tome to go to a Nubrak if I had the option. I'm not sure they actually have that option. The player we haven't checked in on for a while has been Kurza. He didn't die with the rest of his allies, but he has retreated here to try to help them defend Kargath. So we have Shadow Council, Dark Horde, and Dragonmaw clan all grouped up outside of Kargath, waiting for the Alliance to fall upon them. The question is that what the Alliance is even gonna do? Weirdly enough, it looks like they've all headed straight up north. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I recommend restarting your stream there, Grish. Alright, with the fall of Stromgarde, it's not going to be too much of an issue. More and more ships piling up here. Windrunner's flagship, and I think, if I'm not wrong, with the Blood Elves? I know the Elves get several different command ships as they go through their different path options. I'm just not sure they currently have it. Dark Green. Man, I've noticed this lately. Dark Green's rushing for every event they can get just so they can have 5 heroes. Arthas, Lord Othmar, Prince Galen, Captain Falreg, and Dalen Proudmoore. And here comes the assault on Dragonmaw, and unfortunately for the Dragonmaw, during part 1 they managed to lose the Dragonmaw cannon, essentially making Dragonmaw Port completely undefensible. I wouldn't be surprised if he just abandons it. He only cares about the Black Dragons as is. So allowing Dragonmaw Port to fall isn't that big of a deal. But if I was him, I would at least go ahead and take the south path through Kargath up into the Twilight Highlands and try to flank Dark Green, because it does seem like only one group is there right now. Dalaran starting to support, and I'm guessing the dwarves won't be far behind. Oh, they gotta be careful. They could get flanked from two sides, but at the moment it looks like Evil is just too insecure to move. Oh, never mind. Lordaeron says, I bet he's teleporting. Holy no-nos. Also, I apologize for the fact that your earballs are currently being blown up. That was the sound of an Eye of Kilrog. Eyes of Kilrog still have an unfortunate sound defect in this game, which caused that constant whooshing noise. Alright, and remember guys, nobody knows who the real Yusuf is, and that's the important thing. Nobody knows who the real Yusuf is. Alright, here comes a decent fight for the Alliance team. At the end of the day, they have more range support. There it is. That's what I wanted to see from the dwarves. Bringing in the bringing in the mortar teams. They need to target down doom cannons as well as some of the casters in the background. Shadow Council's also slowly making his way up. Weirdly enough, out of he's the most magical race, and he didn't use his teleports. Jaina activating her invulnerability globe right now will be very good. And come on, Griffins. I'm sure he knows enough to flank with his Griffins and his flying units. But right now it looks like he's just running down. Alright, I would say, yeah, the Alliance needs to keep backing up until they have this concave. Right now, they are kind of even as far as concaves go for their backline casters. They need to utilize their higher number of units. Ah, Jesus! The screen is all over the place today. Sorry about that, guys. Trying to adjust my microphone so that I can look at everything. There we go, much better. Maybe. There we go. You know the sad thing is, the only person on the Orc team who has any upgrades is Brown at the moment. Oh, Jesus. Again, I apologize. Eyes of Kilrog. Let's go ahead and just up this to ×1 speed so we have to listen to it for a shorter period of time. Now, Vorpal has also activated his invulnerability globe right now, and for the Alliance... Oh, the very hell? I'm sorry, this number of teleports means that Lordaeron is coming in with more units. So I have to assume that he sent his Tirisfal agents out and is now teleporting in with more support. Jesus Christ. That is a terrible decision by our Lordaeron player. Teleporting himself onto the front lines where doom cannons and catapults are already bracketed in. I mean, just let them hit all the melee units. Don't throw your soft, squishy casters in. Let's see how that pays off for him. And the game's going to start glitching because we have too many units on screen at once. This is a great fight for the Dark Horde, honestly. They're starting to take their toll on the Alliance. There's the retreat from the Dwarves. I think he realizes he's blocking his allies in. Mages are starting to blow up as more and more siege units start to hit them. Even Dark Green's getting the hell out. Purple's brave. I think his casters think that they are fully armored knights, and they are not. There we go. Dwarven bear fighters getting into the front line. Now let's go ahead and talk about Evil's front line, because this is beautiful, and while it is a mass of pixels that you probably can't understand, what's going on is Grandmaster Vorpal and Terran Gorfiend are on the front line. Terran Gorfiend has had his healing aura activated, which is this green, just overwhelming color that you see on all the frontline units, but that's keeping them healed. That's awesome for them. In addition to that, we've seen Pit Lords not on the front line, but just behind it, able to utilize as much of their cleave as they can. Again, unfortunately, unupgraded. So, their effectiveness is questionable. Fel Lords summoned units from Green Shadow Council's Death Knights, and I'm guessing a near infinite list. Oh.
Finally broke 1/2 a year officially. Well deserved. Now stop hiding that bald, sexy head. Winking face.
There we go. Back to it. Again, this is just a phenomenal situation for the Dark Horde. They have so much more siege. Oh god. Alright, Terran Gorfiend's healing aura is now gone. But holy hell, you look at that, our Dark Horde player summoning in Nefarian. It's one of the weird heroes in this game where he can just be summoned in to temporarily help. He has a number of AoE special abilities. And an AoE on his attack. Dark Horde continuing to push in, but their healing is starting to kind of wear out. You can see permanent damage starting to be shown here in the health bars. But it might have been just long enough for them to make the difference, and they crushed this Alliance army. My god. Yeah, Alliance, I'd say it's time to leave here. Definitely going to want to leave. Alright, it's time to leave, guys. The Horde is pissed. Uncle Raditz is pissed! Oh, they want to target down Nefarian. Careful, if he dies, and correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but if he dies, that's permanently gone. I love this little skirmish he's having with the flying machines at the moment. And... alright, I like the dark green hero group trying to run in, take down pit lords one by one, but it's not working. And I do believe up north we have a problem. That's right, the Scourge has decided to launch another attack. Where is Light Blue at the moment? Yusuf, why are you... oh, Light Blue is a little bit overwhelmed. He and the Ranger Corps are currently trying to deal with the Cult of the Damned assaulting Tyr's Hand. Dalaran teleporting out to go ahead and assist there at Tyr's Hand right now, realizing that, you know what? We can't destroy the Dragon Mob base, but we can retreat to a better fortified position here in Ironforge. I expect to see Lordaeron and the Dwarves go ahead and just run back into the city and defend it while this is being dealt with. Eesh. Alright, not looking amazing for Light Blue at the moment. You can see Grey really wants to take out Uther the Lightbringer, starting the series of events that would lead to the Scarlet Crusade's formation and the eventual loss of the Argent Crusade from the Alliance. Let me ask this. I don't think that it can actually be utilized once the Argent Crusade events have been launched. I don't think the Scarlet Crusade can actually still happen. The only event left for Light Blue now is recruiting his Draenei allies in the form of Vindicator Marad. Here comes the Noth Plague Bringer murder group. You don't expect to see a bunch of paladins acting like assassins. Now here's the problem. Jim Jumbo doesn't know what to do with himself. He's caught between a rock and a hard place. Tyr's Hand is going to assault him if he leaves that, and the minute he leaves Quel'Thalas alone, the elves are going to come out of their stupid little gate and keep attacking him. He's trying to take out Sylvanas Windrunner in the interest of creating the Forsaken team, but nice micro there from our Ranger player. And Blue's just kind of wandering aimlessly. He's getting a few control points, he's taking down Mardenhold Keep, big deal. But really, what else are you doing, man? Alright, Stratholme still stands, and in the south, let's see where the Dark Horde forces are. Actually, they're parked right outside the doors of Ironforge already, I think. Yep, I mean, they're making their way down. Town, walking fast, faces past, and I'm home now. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Weird bit of a slowdown here, and Ecelian, the Grand Inquisitor, has been gotten for our Argent Crusade player. Pretty decent healing hero. Oh no, Patchwork's gonna die! Jim Jumbo kinda traps himself right up against that gate, and there it is. That's what I wanted to see. A very nice save there by our Lich King player, sending Sapphiron to support the units outside the Elven Gate. Kills off a number of Elven archers. The problem being now, Patchwork is so super dead. There goes Evil's best current tank, Magtheridon, the only one who can kind of keep pace with him. But Blue might be here just in time to make this happen. I mean, they're getting a little bit too cocky at the moment. Oh, careful there. Scourge players are taking on 3 people. Argent Crusade, Dalaran, and the Elves. Let's see, there's the sally forth from the gates. And the retreat from our Light Blue player. Get the hell out of Dodge. Alright, 3 into his magic attack from our Dalaran player, and there goes Darkhan Drathir as well. Wow, how many heroes can you lose, Yusuf? They're all dead. They're all so super dead. I didn't even see them out here. Yet somehow they're so dead. And a nice little peripheral assault. It's not that much, but things like this can really make a character or a player feel like they're losing their mind, because all of a sudden there's attacks everywhere and they don't know which one to address. They've lost their heroes, they've lost a big fight outside here. The only issue for the undead is they can't actually push in. Yes, they've won this fight here in the Western Plaguelands, or Eastern Plaguelands, but they don't have the power to push into either the Gate of Quel'Thalas or into the Holy Ground of Tyr's Hand. So we'll see what they choose to do next. Let's keep an eye on our Dragon Maw players. Sorry, by the way, I have a new mouse, and I'm still learning how it works. It's got a slightly different sensitivity than I'm used to. Alright. Unfortunately, Dark Horde and Dragon Maw are kind of sitting around not doing a whole lot at the moment. That goes for Shadow Council as well. Come on, Aatrox, I know you don't suck. Let's see a little bit more movement from this, shall we? The fact that they're leaving the dwarves unmolested while this is going on is a big concern. And the Blood Elves have been formed. With the death of their leader and king, they have lost hope. Kael'thas Sunstrider steps forth to try to lead his people. To where? We don't know yet.
From our birthright.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, he's teleported straight back to Quel'Thalas. His new personal mission is to protect the Sunwell or find a new source of magical power before his people turn into the Wretched. If the Sunwell were to be taken from him, his units would slowly turn into Wretched, and after 30 of them do so, he becomes the Wretched, joining the undead team. If he decides to pledge himself to demons or recapture the Sunwell before that, he should be okay. Alright, and just a slight harassing force from the Silverhand Paladins, trying to make sure that the undead don't feel comfortable and aren't able to group up enough to cause them a huge amount of problem later on. And there it is. I was looking at these ghouls going, that's weird. Usually you don't see Grey make ghouls. But Jim Jumbo has upgraded his necromancers to the point where they no longer summon zombies. They summon straight up ghouls. And they last for a while, too. It's like 3 minutes. It's insane the size of a Grey army that you can get. Alright, and in addition to the events of the Blood Elves, he's also spawned bases all over the world. One here at Bloodwatcher Point near Kargath. Another one should be popping up here in Northrend pretty soon. Could be wrong. Alright, Cult of the Damned is stuck. Again. All they've managed to do is trap the Alliance up here. And that only lasts as long as the Alliance realizes that, oh, okay, Felhorde's not actually doing anything down south, so we can jump up north and kill them. Oh yeah, he could become Illidari Monkey Bomb. That's absolutely correct as well. High Elves have that option. I'm not seeing enough movement from the evil team. They're very hesitant. And I understand why. The only places they can assault right now are heavily defended bastions. Oh, yeah, you don't want to see Dalaran behind a wall. Let's see if any of these guys are smart enough to just make some workers from their heroes, repair the gate. Even Antonidas can use his special item to repair the gate significantly with 2,500 HP. Not seeing any call for that, just a lot of sheeps and a lot of arrows. Alright. Mr. Lich King, where are you? Oh, he's going... interesting. Okay. Weird choice. He now has Valinar, the Blood Elven hero, as well. Decent caster. But his decision to go for Capital City while his allies stuck trying to stop Tyr's hand is weird. Alright, King Tyrannus Menethil summoning his personal guard. He's going to send them outside the gates. Blood Elves do have the translocation orb that would lead them directly into Lordaeron capital if they need it, and a significant enough army to cause, I think, actually just stop the assault completely. Magnai Bronzebeard, great king of Ironforge, has fallen in battle. Ooh. He just left the game is what happened. I think he might have crashed. Alright, come on. Now the Silverhand attacking at the exact same time. This is going to be the death of the undead. Ooh. 5-6 upgrades from Blood. I would say you need more units than these upgrades, man. I know you're looking at the long term going, well, my ally's going to die eventually, so I should have myself upgraded to not need him. But he will definitely die if you don't support him. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, I think the real Yusuf might have been yellow, since he crashed. That's a really good point. This will be the undeath of the dead? Professor Putricide summoning up his mutated ghouls. 5 1,500 hit point units. That's pretty powerful. I never see Professor Putricide get high enough to actually appreciate his units. Alright. And now Capital City is under significant assault. I like Blood's trying to set up an actual line of defense. Assault him with towers. This is not a tower rush game, man. We are past that point. Here comes Dalaran, now that the undead have been beaten back in Eastern Plaguelands. There comes Dalaran. And that's very nice of him. He just leaves behind his arcane elementals to help tank for the Ranger Corps, and he knows that with light blue here, there's no problem. This is an issue. And that's what I was waiting for. Aethys Sunreaver has joined the Blood Elves. This gives him a small base, the Sunreaver command post in Northrend, which they could decide to teleport to and get a little bit assaulty with the whole thing. Speaking of assaulty, we have dwarves getting murdered by... Okay, I was about to say, what are you doing, dwarves? No, but he's gone. Oh, jeez. Yusuf seems pretty upset about something. Oh, they aimed down Dalen Proudmoore. That's a good idea. Any permanently dying hero that you see on the field, go ahead and kill him. Just call it a day. Professor Putricide will now be the one who gets aimed down. Or not, healing himself and his summons. Nice dispel there, getting rid of the summoned ghouls, but yeah, Blue's completely out of his league at the moment. There's no way this goes well for him. The fact the Alliance hasn't split up at all is still pretty bothersome. Thankfully, they've lost their Dwarven player at the very least, so they no longer have a Bastion here in the south. Who is controlling him, though? Looks like they're going to try to get a Scroll of Teleport on Moira Tharson, and then, I'm guessing teleport up to Airy Peak. Well, that's just a guess. Alright. Lordaeron Capital's completely safe. Undead retreat to Anderhall, their next base. Where did Grey go? Jim Jumbo can't be happy. He's lost all of his heroes. He's trying to aim down Strathol, but I don't think he's going to get to do it. Oh, Light Blue makes a bunch of peasants and starts repairing it panickedly. Oh, goodbye. Yeah, if I was Grey, I'd be pissed off and leaving right now, but I'm a shitty player, so don't hold that against me. Alright, Sunreaver command post goes down. Dark Iron Dwarves are now a thing. Yeah, it's just kind of a slaughter at the moment. There's not actually a lot going on. We may pause this and just say, hey, this is part 3. Congratulations. Blue moves down through Alterac, does a little bit of harassing into Dalaran's territory. That's just going to piss off the bear. Don't poke it. I can't blame Blue. What else does he do? He's already in the kingdoms. He knows that if he stays put, he's just going to get hunt down. Did I seriously manage to... I don't know how I had this on my head. Interesting. I was feeling going, wait, did I have a recent surgery I've forgotten? I mean, I could forget brain surgery. That would make sense. This is just awful for Evil Team right now. I'm thinking this is just a stomp. But let's go ahead and find out on the next episode. Thank you for joining me, guys. This has been the one, the only, the Azothan for part 2 of this Lordaeron the Foremath shoutcast. Those of you on YouTube, tune in tomorrow for the next part. For those of you on Twitch, let's go ahead and watch it right now. See you later, guys.